Greetings, Morgan County. My name is Velde T, coordinator of the Morgan County Family Connection. Thank you for joining us today for this session of Connecting Through Conversations, where we take time to talk with some of your most influential and inspiring leaders. Today we have with us Captain Gene Porter, Fire Marshal with the City of Madison Fire Department. Captain Porter has been in the fire service for 24 years and has been employed by the City of Madison for 15 of those years. He has served as Fire Marshal for the City of Madison since 2001 and was deputized by the state of Georgia as the local Fire Marshal since 2003. In addition, Captain Porter is a state-certified fire inspector, a fire investigator, a public safety educator, a hazmat technician, as well as a FF2 and advanced EMT. Join me in welcoming Captain Gene Porter to our conversations.
Great to be here.
Thank you, Captain Porter, again for joining us today for this session of Connecting Through Conversation. It's indeed a pleasure to have you on the set.
Good to be here.
I just want to start off by asking this question. You know, as a fire marshal and in the career that you're in, you've chosen a career in which you're running two situations and circumstances that most people are running away from. You know, and that's very interesting to me. So would you take this time to share with our partners and our Morgan County viewing audience what led you to this career in fire service and what brought you here to Morgan County?
Well, we moved, when I say we, my family and I moved to Morgan County from Dublin, Georgia about 1979. That's when I was about 10 years old.
Okay.
And most of that was due to health concerns with my father to get up in this area in a cooler environment away from the mosquitoes and those kind of things. So anyway, when we already had family here, so it was kind of a good fit for the area for us to move to this location. And as far as how I got into the fire department, I can kind of remember in the first grade to where we were asked by someone at that time to name two things that we'd like to be when we grow up. And my two items that I chose, or two careers I chose, were a cowboy or a firefighter. I didn't too much like riding horses, so I guess I chose a firefighter.
Okay.
I actually started out in 1990 as a volunteer fireman with the Morgan County Fire Department down in Buckhead, and that was just to kind of give some of my time back to the community there that I had grown up in and just loved that area there. So after doing that for a while, 9 years later, I got hired on with the City of Madison and made a career out of it.
Okay, and the rest is history, as
the rest
they
is
say.
history, that's right.
Okay, great. For me, I know that the local fire department is critical to our community. And, you know, but somehow in my mind, I've limited, and I'm sure some of our viewing partners have limited as well, the services that the fire department brings to our community to just being fighting fires. Help me understand. Is that the only thing the fire department does at the local level? And if not, what are some of the other programs and services offered by your organization?
Yeah, absolutely not. The fighting fires are not the only things that we do this time of day. Nowadays, all fire departments, no matter where they're at and whether they're large or small, they have to be well versed in many areas. Some of those areas are, we respond to vehicle traffic accidents now, so those aren't necessarily fires. So we have to have specialized tools and equipment to get into those things, which requires more training. That also requires some medical training and a medical background there. We have to keep up on those vehicles due to the construction of materials that are used out of. Some of the materials are harder today than they were way back when. They run electrical wires and gas lines in wild places now, so we have to be real cognizant of those things. And just kind of, those are some of the general things. Some other fields that we have to worry about are hazmat incidents. There's a lot more of that going on. Here in Madison, we actually have 441, I-20, several railroads, those kind of things like that that run through. So we're exposed to a lot more. So no, it's not just fighting fires anymore.
Okay, all right. One of the reasons I felt that it was important to have this conversation with you now is I understand that the week of October 4th through October the 11th is what's known as Fire Prevention Week. Can you tell us more about what is the significance of this week, and is there any activities planned at the local level?
The biggest purpose behind the Fire Prevention Week is kind of a dedicated week nationwide for fire departments to really just hone in on fire prevention and be involved with different areas. different departments do it different ways. Usually here locally, we kind of go towards getting involved with the schools and going out to different civic groups and churches, different places like that to get that message out. So we just kind of stick to those kind of things around through.
Okay, okay, awesome. I know that on October 14th, the fire department is going to be partnering with other public safety organizations here in the community to host what is known as Morgan County Community Night Out, I think. Can you tell us more about what this event is and why the community and family should come out and support this?
Absolutely. It's something that was put together actually by our 911 dispatch office, and it turned out to be something that we all thought was a great idea. And what this is just a time and a place to where you can come and see nearly all of the public agencies that are involved with public safety in one place at one time, so you've kind of got them corralled up there. Okay. It's a great opportunity for the citizens to come out and see and greet the people that are behind a lot of the stuff that goes on. You get to see some of the equipment, again, mingle with the responders that are there to protect you. Ask questions. It's a great time to get a lot of those questions asked, okay, and get them asked, and then we can get the answers back to you there. So it's just a great opportunity at this point to do that.
Okay, and where is this going to be held at?
Right now, my understanding is it's going to be at the Morgan County Public Safety Center. Okay. If that changes, I'm sure it will be in the paper somewhere, but that's my understanding at this time.
Okay, all right, great. You know that there's a saying that says hindsight is 20/20, and I know over your 24 years of service to the fire service that you've seen many simple things families could have done to keep their families and their homes safe. As fire marshal, if there was one thing that you can get families to do that you believe would help ensure that they are safe as it relates to fire prevention, what would that one thing be?
As simple as it sounds, the easiest thing is a working smoke or a smoke detector, and we like to use the term working smoke detector.
That will be important.
That's right. Many people have them in there and they take them off the walls for different reasons, or the battery goes dead, they don't change them. So working smoke detector is probably one of the best things that you can have in your home. It gives early detection, early notification, and allows you time to get out of the house in a very safe environment. And the way we can ensure that it's working is, one, make sure it's there, do monthly tests with it, but change the batteries at least twice a year. And we kind of use the phrase, when the time changes, it's time to change your batteries. Mm-hmm. So when the clock moves forward or the clock moves back, as you make that clock change, you also should change your batteries at that time. So we can, as the fire department, can even go out and assist people such as the elderly or someone that's handicapped install one if they don't have one in their home there. Oh, okay. All right. So what they just called, if someone needed assistance in installing those fire alarms with smoke detectors, should they just contact the fire department? Yes, they can contact any of the local fire departments, and we should be able to get someone out there to get one installed for them.
Okay. All right, great. Through your career working with fire service and going in and out of communities and no doubtly going in and out of homes, you know, you have had the opportunity to view our community through a different set of lenses, I should say, than many people. Interested to know from your perspective, what would you say over your 24 years of service, would you say is the greatest issues facing families and children today?
I think the more I'm seeing in these situations that I go into, especially from the investigator side of things, is we're becoming more of a working type family now. Mm-hmm. No longer is the female or the lady of the house staying at home to tend to the home. Right. Everybody's out because everybody wants the 2-car, nice house, just want everything nice thing, so you have to work to pay for those. So in doing that, I think that this type of setting tends to lead the families more towards the children getting overlooked many times in this case. And many times we have seen unseen cries from children out there, and those can be devastating in many ways. Sometimes that urge for attention actually tends to lead them towards doing things they shouldn't be doing. Mm-hmm. So in response to that, as the fire department, kind of what we're doing and looking at doing is setting up a juvenile fire setter intervention program. Okay. And what this program is going to do is going to help identify, assist, and track those individuals or juveniles that are involved with any kind of fire setting that's going on out there. It's just one area we're working with.
Okay, great, great. That sounds like an awesome program and a much needed program, as I am very aware of the devastation that fire can cause the families and in the communities. And I look forward to hearing more from you about that particular program as you work through the planning process.
Absolutely.
Back in April of the year 2000, the Georgia legislature actually delegated authority to the Morgan County Family Connection Collaborative to be the catalyst in the community that would help citizens be aware of the needs facing the community with family, as it relates to family and children, and to be the table that allows community partners to come together and help facilitate meeting those needs.
Right.
When you think about that and what I just said and the needs you were just talking about, what role do you think Family Connection can play in helping meet those needs?
Your organization could really help us because you can help us with the public education side of things. You've got a strong backing, an already established resource list out there, something that we lack many times. And in this intervention program, there are many wings out there that have to be filled, and I feel as though your organization could really fit well or place well in one of those wings, and could be a real asset to the program.
Right, and I agree. Listen to what you're talking about, the vision for this particular program, and I would love to have you come and share with us at our Family Connection Collaborative table, just as you continue the planning process, what the vision is, what the goal is of this particular program.
Absolutely.
Because at that table, there are so many key partners that are there that can be a great resource in helping facilitate and move this program forward. So I look forward to giving you a call later to invite you to come and share with our partners about that program.
Absolutely enjoy it.
Okay,
sure.
Great. Okay, before we end this conversation, I want to ask one more question on a more personal note. I'm the type of person that believes that as we live our lives, each person is penning a story that will ultimately be known as their legacy years from now. So years from now, someone wants to pick up a pen and write a story, the legacy of Captain Gene Porter. What would you want the highlight of that story to be?
Well, I don't know about legacy, but if they did do something on me, I would like for it to maybe say or look towards how dedicated that he was to the main job of protecting life through education and prevention, especially the lives of my fellow firefighters, the citizens and patrons of the city of Madison. Those are what my main job are to do besides fighting fires. The second part of my legacy or dedication would be just the strong dedication and love of my family. So. Wow,
awesome, awesome legacy. Thank you again so much, Captain
Sure.
Porter, for coming in and joining with us on
Absolutely.
this episode of Connected Through Conversation. And I want to also thank you, our Morgan County viewers and our collaborative partners, for taking this time to come out and watch us through this session of Connecting Through Conversation. We invite you to watch all of our upcoming sessions, as well as to join us the third Tuesday of each month at our collaborative table, where we will continue to gather data, connect partners, and impact families. Until next time, this is Velde T. Have a wonderful day.